Come on, boy, pecan pie.
My name is Gregory Llewellyn, and I'm the owner and head chef at Hart's Yard in Sydney, Australia. I'm going to be stepping out of my restaurant kitchen and into my home kitchen so that I can share some amazing things that you can try at home.
Today we're doing one of my most favorite things, and that is the pecan pie. My mother never used to make it, but she used to make these things called sticky buns, and they were the family treat, and she refused to put pecans in it, so I'm gonna add it in our pecan pie. And pecan pie is something that is super traditional, especially around Thanksgiving and the holidays. It's not that hard to make. It's only a few ingredients. The one ingredient that we used to use back home is called Caro, K-A-R-O, and this shit is like high fructose corn syrup, bouncing off the walls type stuff. When I came to this country, you have golden syrup, so it's equivalent to the same thing. In a pot, we have some butter. It's about 100 grams of butter. And this batter or filling, what you're making, is just a few ingredients. We have some treacle, and this is golden syrup. This is what the equivalent of Caro would be. And I can remember eating like spoonfuls of Caro, like you just feel your teeth like fucking rotting. Lastly, we're gonna add some pecans. Now pecans in this country cost about $40 a kilo. If you wanna make this pie, you too can spend $40. We're gonna put about 150 grams of pecans in there. And you can already see the pecans just sort of mixing it, and the butter is slowly melting. You just want the butter melted. You don't want it boiling, you don't want it too hot. Just give it a spin. Now we have a little bit of this vanilla paste. This shit's the best because you don't have to buy the bean. It's better than extract because it's not a liquid. I'm gonna bring this over here and I'll show you. The flavor of this is stunning. Today we're gonna be putting something that's a little bit special. Bacon and bourbon. Bacon, bourbon, stop it. Now these are biscuits. These are leftover biscuits that Nomi made. So lovely. We always have a stash of them in the freezer. We usually just dip them in high fructose corn syrup for the girls for breakfast. So we're gonna give these a mash up. To this mix, probably about 150 grams, 200 grams. It can be any bread. It can be savory bread, it can be croissants. And to this mix, we're gonna add some bourbon. Now look, if you don't like bourbon, you can do rum. If you don't like rum, you can do whiskey. But if you like bourbon, you probably like whiskey. And we're gonna let that sort of macerate, and this smells amazing. And it sort of adds a little bit of fieriness when you bake it. I particularly don't enjoy lots of alcohol in desserts, but this is one dessert that you definitely need it. With the sugar, it's like a dessert cocktail, but you bake it. And lastly, we got this mix. So we only have a few more ingredients to add to this. We're gonna add that in. It smells amazing. It's not too hot. I'm gonna crack a couple of eggs. And lastly, cream, fresh cream. When you have eggs and cream, it's sort of like a custard sort of base. Let's give that a whirl around. We're gonna add a little bit of salt. It's fully incorporated. It's sort of gloopy. This shit's amazing. And it doesn't take long to bake. I'm gonna show you how to get the next thing ready, which will be our baking dish. This is in a cheesecake mold, one that sort of releases on the sides. Too easy. And I've just taken this pastry, which is from the store, in the plastic. Nomi makes the girls sausage rolls with it. I've just pressed it into this mold, and literally 10 minutes later, give it a fork. Fork you. It was in the oven, 180 degrees. The oven is still on. And let's just go ahead and dump this baby in. We're gonna do it, we're gonna go for it. And don't worry about it being so thin. The eggs are gonna do all the work. Fill it up. Here's what we're looking at. Give it the old jiggle. Then we're gonna put this into an oven, 180 degrees, 18 minutes, and this baby will be sweet as a nut when it's finished. 18 to 20 minutes later, our pecan pie has been slowly doing its thing in the oven. Look at this baby, that's hot. Look at the color on that. Shut the front door. You see the bread sort of poking out, the nuts. So what happens is that the eggs cook, it sort of souffles a bit. The crust is this golden, beautiful color. It smells amazingly, and it's a shame I had to cook it all myself. Ladies and gentlemen, Thanksgiving's around the corner. Pecan pie, do it.